If you struggle with having a messy closet, I hope that today's video will inspire you to rethink the way that you organize all of your clothes and just the space that you have when it comes to where you put those clothes. Is it a wardrobe? Is it a closet, a walk-in closet, a dressing room, dressers, whatever it is that you have? I really hope that you can feel like you can gain some different ideas, some inspiration of some kind from today's video. Now, I also understand that not everybody has a dressing room this size. I've never had a dressing room this size. I don't even have enough stuff, I feel, to fill all of the different spots in this dressing room. And my husband definitely doesn't. As you can tell from a lot of the videos, I keep him at the very end of the videos, but as you may be able to tell, he has a very limited wardrobe on purpose. He is a very simple man, and it's just kind of funny looking over at his side. But today we're just discussing the lady of the house side, which is right over here, and I want to walk you through how I've organized this space, what I've done so far. I am pretty sure that over time I am going to be doing many different things with this space and probably rearranging the shelves and everything, which I love that about the closet organizers, is that you can really tailor it to you and your needs. So I really haven't done much of anything except for today. I did take out one of the shelves to be able to fit some of my boots in there, but so far I haven't done much of anything else. So you will see right over in this section how I have everything arranged. I've just kind of filled them with my handbags, with this little floral arrangement right here, which I want to encourage you to really curate your space, however big or small it is, to make it feel like a boutique, because it will make you so excited to go into that space and to dress yourself each day. It makes it to where you are excited to get yourself ready, because it feels like you're going shopping. Go and shop your own wardrobe. So that's what I've done here. There is nothing wrong, I have found, in not having a handbag or a purse in every single color, because I know what colors that I wear. The same with shoes. I have pretty much all blush or nude tone shoes. That's my favorite to wear. Now I do have some browns for the fall, and then I do also have a couple of blue pairs, but for now I've tucked those away because, as you can see, it did not fit into my color story. And I am a huge believer in color stories. This month's color story was definitely inspired by this arrangement right here. This has like peach tones in it. There's also a slight bit of lavender. You might not be able to tell, but I can tell. A little bit of lavender, and if not, it doesn't matter. It still looks pretty to me to put it all together, especially around this time of year. It's kind of subtle, and that's how I'm bringing in the fall, the autumn time for me, especially in my wardrobe, is with these colors, but also just the blushes and the creams. Those are my go-to neutrals, and that's another thing that I wanted to share with you, is that whatever it is that you tend to wear more often, just know that that's okay. You probably know yourself best in what kind of things you will wear or not. However, I will say this, that sometimes we gravitate towards something, like a lot of ladies wearing a lot of black all the time because they don't want to make decisions about things, or because they think that it's more slimming, or I don't know, because it's easy, because that's what most people are doing. That's what there's a lot of out there. But I have to say, black is actually not the most flattering on most people. Very few can wear black and it look really good. So I encourage color or other kind of neutrals as well. But if black is one of your go-to neutrals because it does look wonderful on you, that's great. But just know that maybe it's not doing you any favors. Maybe it's making you look a little bit more tired. I know that's how black makes me look. My neutral, or my darker color, I should say, is more of a navy color, and that's something that you would know if you had done your colors, or you know, all of the stuff that has to do with colors. But okay, let's get back into closet organization here. I have a little lamp right here, just a touch lamp, and that's just nice to have a little something in here, a little night light, if you will. And then I have this little jar. So when you are creating a boutique in your own space, you want to have things that make you feel like you're in a boutique. Little jars that house different things. This is a great way to organize different things that you may have. In here I have buttons and safety pins. From time to time I'll need a safety pin and I want to know where it's at. I have a spot for it. And then these buttons, it's good to me to have a place to put all of those buttons that come with the clothes that, you know, have the little extra button to them. And then if I do need to have an extra button, I know where they're at, but this is more or less just a place to put them and just to know where they're at. So that's what this is for. And then there are these paper covered boxes. I cannot sing the praises enough of paper covered boxes, especially if they are in patterns that you love, in colors that just speak to you. This top one I just have my ballet slippers in. This bottom one I have my blue heels in, and my, yeah, well, they're both blue heels, one kitten heel and the other normal. But because I'm not using this in my color story right now, but don't worry, blue is coming back shortly. I like to tuck them away. So clearly I have plenty of space for shoes. I can put all of my shoes on the shelves in here, but I don't want to, because I don't always want to see everything that I have. And that is going to be the biggest takeaway from organizing your closet like a boutique. You can pack different things away, different things that you may not be utilizing right now, different things that, you know, aren't even part of the season that we're currently in, or even if it is within the season that we're in, maybe you don't want to have all of those items on display. So what I will have to say about that is, let me put this away. For myself, I am more likely to reach for the items that I have on display more often, and just limiting what I can see every day. It just makes me use those pieces that much more. And then I realize that if there are things that I haven't been reaching for at all, that is a time where then I might put that away for a time, just to see if it's something that I even miss. If I don't ever reach for it, it may end up being something that I will end up donating or trying to sell on Poshmark, for example. Which, by the way, I need to do a little closet clean out. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to be doing that, but it is something that I definitely need to do. And so I look forward to sharing that with you when I decide to do that. In the last house, we had our wardrobes, our IKEA wardrobes that I have loved for years and years. And they're pretty small, but they worked for us. And the way that I was able to make that work is that I stored the extra clothes that I wasn't going to be using at the time in other things, whether that was bins, other drawers, other boxes, things like that. So you can do that depending on what storage you have available to you. But when I only had one rack, what I did was I just did it by color, and I would put blouses in there. And this is just when I started wearing skirts and blouses as well, because I've really worn all dresses for quite some time, but then getting back into wearing blouses and skirts, I was trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to organize all of this? And I decided just to use the hangers, normal hangers, I folded the skirt like so, and then I also incorporated the blouses all on one rack. But one of the reasons I should say that I really loved going all dresses was that I loved the way that that looked in the wardrobe. So anyway, fast forward to today, we have separate sections here. When I first moved in here, I was using this section, which also has another, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It also has another rack down there, and I have a little handbag back there that I don't really want to have on display right now. So I had the blouses over here and I had the skirts down here. It just felt better to have all of my nightgowns in the middle and the dressing gowns. So now I have blouses, some sweaters, some cardigans up here, ones that don't fold well. That's what I have hanging here. And then I have all the skirts down below. Now, one thing that you can do when it comes to organizing is you can organize by color, putting all the colors together, arranging it in a rainbow form, arranging it darkest to lightest, whatever it is that you want to do. Right now, the way that I have this organized is that different colors are interspersed within my color story here. It's not just all the pinks together, all the lavenders together, all of the creams together, and so on. Now I can do that, and maybe I'll try that and just to see, and you can let me know what you would like better. But right now that's not how I have it done. I just kind of, you know, dispersed it in different ways. I would say that down here with the skirts, I do have it more arranged by color, but the other ones, it's just kind of, you know, whatever I felt like at the time. And I really love the way that it turned out. It's kind of like a real life painting. So anyway, dressing gowns, nightgowns right here. And then we're gonna move over to this section over here. So moving past the nightgowns and dressing gowns, we have the dress section. So not very many dresses right now, but again, we're just going with the color story here. Above that, I have all of my sweaters, ones that are just like sweater tops, and then also the cardigans and the colored ones down there. And then above here, I have a couple of other boxes that are paper covered. So on this top one, within this top one, I have those belts that I like to wear most of the time if I'm going to be wearing a belt, and they're the more neutral ones. They actually were the belts, well, a couple of them were the ones that came with these dresses that I just loved so much, but I didn't just use those belts for those dresses. And then I have a box full of other belts that go with so many other dresses that I have. And so having a place for them instead of trying to organize my dresses with the belts on them, I just find to be something that I prefer. And then I also have a couple of other handbags up there as well, just the brown ones that I've been using. So that's this side. Now let's talk about all of these shoes over here. In the shoe section, I have mainly neutrals. That's what I love to wear most of the time. They're of course in different tones. I also do have, you know, whites and cream, but that's what I tend to reach for most of the time. So know yourself when it comes to that. And then I do have my browns down below, and like I said, I did take out a shelf to be able to use for the boots that I have. But this whole area isn't even being utilized right now. Eventually, I may end up just taking some of the shelves out, making an area for extra jewelry. Right now, I have this jewelry box behind all of the nightgowns, and I was thinking that putting this, for instance, if I took out some of these shelves right here and put a mirror behind there, then it would be nice to have sitting up here, just to have another area that I can have jewelry that I might want to choose from. Now I do have an area for everyday jewelry that I love to just put on my jewelry at. I like to take it off there. I also have my perfume on there. It's a tray that is above the dresser. So that's what I wanted to share with you right now. So this is a section that I might end up curating in a different way, but for now, this is just how I've made this space work for me, and it just feels good to come in here. And that's what I want for you, is if you have a space that is really messy right now, that you haven't organized, that you haven't you know, decided on as far as the kind of things that you have. Do you love them? Do you not? Do you need to get rid of things? Do you need to add different things to make your wardrobe more wearable for you? That is something that takes time. And so we can still have a very organized space no matter what space we have. And all it takes is for us to put in a little bit of effort and time into curating it into a space that we really feel good about going into. It's like a breath of fresh air to go into that space. I don't know of anybody that really loves walking into an over-cluttered closet. I know I don't. I think that it just completely drains the inspiration that one might have, and it also takes so much time away from you when it comes to getting yourself ready each day. First and foremost, let's talk about what's on top. So I have this tray here, which is used to corral many items. As you can see, I just have some jewelry out here, all of my necklaces, because I don't have a necklace holder currently. It's just draped over this right here. And then I have my perfume as well as a photo of our wedding day. I have a candle here as well as just some loose jewelry, those things that I like to use all the time. So the other thing that I like to have this jar for is for bracelets and a watch that I use most of the time. So that's what I have on top. And then I also have a floral arrangement here, just something that I put together. These are just things that are very functional, but also beautiful to me and that I like to have displayed. Now let's talk about undergarment organization. The top drawer, I like to have all underwear, and I just stack mine. Of course, when I wash them, so the freshly washed ones go at the very bottom. That way they're cycled. And, you know, just splitting them up by style works the best to me. Then the same holds true with bras. I think that we all have those that are either minimizing or enhancing, but then we have our everyday bras. So I like to go with the same kind for everyday bras because I found that I reached for the same ones all the time, the same color, and it just made the most sense to me when it was time to switch out my bras to get them in all the same color and have one for every day of the week. And I just loved the color that I have found with these bally ones, and not to mention they also had a racer back style where you could switch this, you know, to be racer back instead of just normal. So I think that that's very versatile. Then under here I have just my workout wear. It's basically like a tennis skirt with tank tops. This is what I would wear walking. It's what I would wear playing pickleball. And I also have some left at the other house too. And then down here I have ballet attire as well as my swimming suit attire. So let's walk around. Oh, and see, there are the boots right there. Let's walk around and I will show you some of these drawers as well. So right up here I have all of the slips. I think that this is more like the ones that I would wear on a daily basis, because down here I have ones that are more for winter, or the ones that I pair with different dresses that are more winter in style, and then some petty pants as well. Right here, this is all of the extra nightgowns. These are the colors that I'm not currently using. So personally, I like to also incorporate the different colors with the color story that I'm going with. And so that's what I like to do with my nightgowns and how I am able to cycle through them and get the most use out of them as well. Now for now, I have 2 empty drawers at the bottom. I didn't share this with you, but this is where socks and nylons and fleece line tights, gloves, things like that, that's where I'm keeping those. And then some cardigans as well as some tops. These are things that I would probably put with any blue color story, or if I'm doing green, something like that. But for now, this is where I'm storing them when I'm not using them. So I have extra dresses. These are filled with extra dresses. And then I have more, as you can see, these are more like winter time though. So I have these filled with extra dresses, and then I have more in the laundry room right now that at first I was storing in there. A lot of them are the summer dresses that I have, but I've decided I'm just going to keep everything in here. And as you can see, I haven't even used the storage that's up there yet either, which eventually, I don't know, I might get some baskets or bins or something, some fabric covered ones. We will just have to see, and maybe there won't even be a need for them at all. But I do want to bring all of those dresses in here and just fold them up and put them in these bottom drawers right here. That way everything is here. Now, what's not here are coats, but those are in my coat closet, but that's not going to be part of today's video. Please share in the comments below what inspired you today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.
Welcome to Inspired by Nikki. On today's episode, hanging a TV.